What if I told you that geniuses aren't born but made? That the greatest minds in history, Einstein, Da Vinci, Tesla, and even modern visionaries like Elon Musk, don't have some secret superpower, but rather a way of thinking that anyone can develop? The difference between ordinary thinking and genius thinking isn't luck. It's a mindset. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock it. Because here's the truth. Genius isn't about IQ. It's not about memorizing facts or solving complex equations. It's about seeing the world differently, questioning everything, and unlocking your brain's full potential. And the best part? You don't need to be a scientist, an artist, or a mathematician. You just need to learn how geniuses think and apply it to your own life. The first thing that separates genius thinkers from the rest of the world is simple. They ask better questions. Albert Einstein once said, "If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about the solution." Most people jump straight into solutions, but geniuses, they step back and ask, "Am I solving the right problem?" Think about it. Every major breakthrough in history started with a question that no one else thought to ask. Newton asked why the apple fell down. Da Vinci questioned how birds fly and whether humans could do the same. Elon Musk didn't just accept that rockets had to be expensive. He asked why, broke down the costs, and found a way to build them for a fraction of the price. The secret is to train your mind to look at problems from multiple angles. Instead of asking, "How can I succeed?" ask, "What is stopping most people from succeeding, and how can I avoid that?" Start questioning everything, and you'll start seeing opportunities where others don't. Elon Musk credits much of his success to something called first principles thinking. Most people think in analogies. They take what exists and try to improve it slightly. But first principles thinking breaks everything down to its core components. When Musk wanted to build cheaper rockets, he didn't ask, "How do people normally build rockets?" Instead, he asked, "What is a rocket made of?" Discovered that the raw materials were far cheaper than the cost of a finished rocket, and built SpaceX from scratch. This applies to everything, from business to personal growth. Don't copy others. Deconstruct ideas, rebuild them, and create something new. Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest creative minds in history, had an insatiable curiosity. He filled thousands of pages with sketches and notes on everything, from the human body to the movement of water. He didn't limit himself to one area of expertise. He connected ideas from different disciplines, and that's what made him a genius. Steve Jobs called this connecting the dots. The most creative breakthroughs happen when you mix ideas from unexpected places. If you want to think like a genius, read books outside your field, learn new skills that seem unrelated, and observe patterns in nature, business, and life. When you start seeing connections others miss, you start thinking like a genius. Most people fear failure. Geniuses don't. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." The difference between an ordinary thinker and a genius isn't how often they fail. It's how they use failure. They analyze failure objectively instead of feeling defeated. They ask, "What went wrong? What can I learn?" They don't see mistakes as proof of stupidity. They see them as stepping stones to mastery. The Wright brothers built dozens of failed flying machines before they got it right. If you want to think like a genius, stop fearing failure. Start learning from it. Geniuses aren't just smart, they're obsessed. Every great mind, from Einstein to Steve Jobs, had an almost irrational passion for their work. They didn't need motivation, they had drive. The question is, how do you develop that kind of drive? Find what truly excites you. Genius isn't about forcing yourself to work. It's about finding something you can't stop thinking about. Turn work into play. Da Vinci didn't paint because he had to. He painted because he loved it. Focus on long-term impact. Geniuses don't chase short-term rewards. They work for something bigger. Find what excites you, and motivation will take care of itself. So what's the takeaway? Genius isn't just about IQ. It's about how you think. And you can start thinking like a genius today by doing 5 things. Ask better questions, because the right question can change everything. Use first principles thinking to break things down and rebuild them differently. Connect ideas across fields because creativity is making unexpected connections. Embrace failure because every mistake is a lesson, not a setback. Follow your obsession because finding what excites you will drive you forward. The smartest people in history weren't born with some magical gift. They trained their minds to think differently, and so can you. The next time you face a challenge, don't just accept the obvious answer. Think deeper, ask better questions, break the rules, because the world doesn't need more people who follow the same old path. It needs thinkers, it needs creators, and if you start today, who knows? Maybe one day, history will remember your name too.